Brian King here. I recorded a video earlier today titled, Why Would Someone Not Take ADHD Meds Even Though They Help? And like any video, I'm hoping that it generates conversation, and that video did. And one of the things that came up was somebody commented that one of her sons took meds and he suddenly became more arrogant and he was pushing back a little bit more. And that reminded me of something that I didn't say in the earlier video. And I've seen this happen over and over and over again, not only with my own kids when they started taking meds, but also some of the ones that I work with over the years. And this is a consequence that typically you're not told about by therapists or psychiatrists, but it's something that's really important to know about because it provides some blessings and it also creates some problems. And here's what it is. One thing that is typical of kids with ADHD is they seem to not learn from their mistakes, right? They seem to have difficulty reflecting. That is because in order to reflect, in order to be introspective, you need to be able to have sustained focus. And a lot of these kids don't have that ability. So when they get on medication and they suddenly have the ability to focus, now suddenly they become self-aware in a way that they weren't before because they're able to look at themselves in a sustained way. Hey there, Amy. So when they become more self-aware, they can become a lot more self-conscious because now they're realizing many more of the quirks they had before that they didn't have the mental wherewithal to focus on, to analyze, to reflect upon, to judge as to whether they like it or don't like it. They are now able to focus and observe other people much more and are realizing just how different they are. And arrogance is a defense. It's a compensation for extreme insecurity. So if you see a child that suddenly becomes arrogant because of this, that's probably what's going on. You know, if the arrogance happens on the other side of taking the stimulant medication. So that's one of the, on the surface, negative problems, is our kids can become a lot more insecure, a lot more self-conscious. The opportunity then is to use that new obtained focus to reflect upon any kind of negative beliefs that they have accumulated over the years that they didn't have time to examine because, well, they couldn't spend long enough thinking about them. And having this new insight into what they see that they don't like, what they would like to be doing instead, spend time planning, creating some goals, finding out what the skill gaps are. What does my child need in terms of mindset, tool set, and skill set to take advantage of this focus and become maybe, less reactive, much more proactive, less impulsive. There's so much opportunity that is involved with gaining that new insight. But unfortunately, a lot of professionals don't realize that this happens with our kiddos. And so all of a sudden you hear, oh, my kid's screaming at me. My kid's really moody on the medication and it's a side effect and I need to stop it. No, the moodiness is not because it's a side effect of the medication. It's a side effect of self-awareness that they now have by virtue of this medication. So this is something to keep in mind. Hopefully it's very helpful for you. And if it is, comment below. Let me know how this is helpful. Again, private message me if you want to tease this out further. And by all means, share it with people that you think can benefit. Okay? Great talking to you. We'll talk again soon.